Hello my friends, it's Nancy, and hopefully you can understand me. I had the saga with the implants. If you haven't heard about it, you might go over on my Facebook page and read all about the implants. So my jaw's a little bit sore today, but it's okay. What I'm going to do today is make some texture paper, the kind that treasure book Natasha makes. I'm going to try and make some. So I have some paper here. I'm going to make 2 pages, I think, for the video. And I think this is just regular copy paper. And then I have some cardstock, which is, I'm pretty sure it's 65 weight from Michael's. And I have some things that I'm going to use on it. I have like tea leaves, dried tea leaves, some feathers, some string, some gauze, some tea bags, and some dried rose petals. So let's get started. Let's just do one at a time here. Oh, and I have some backing of napkins that I'll be using. And some of them have the design from the other napkin on them, from the front of the napkin. These are the backs, and I'll show you how I get them off. So I have this one over here, and I take it, and where the glue is, now this one's already coming loose. I think it's not a very, but anyway, I usually will scratch this with my thumb until I get the glue loose on it. It seems like it's loose enough, and this one has 2 ply. So I just tear this off, set this aside, because we're not going to use this. We'll use it some other day. And these are what we're going to use on the paper when we get to there. Okay, first of all, and I also have some watered down school glue. And I'm going to put this all over my page. Oh, you know what? I need to find a paper to go under this. I have one right over here. Because when I want to move it to dry, I thought I was prepared. There's always something that you're never prepared for. Okay. There we go. Oh, so anyway, it's been quite the adventure journey of trying to get my teeth fixed. Yeah. Hasn't been a fun ride, that's for sure. And then I wanted to make myself beautiful. And the girl that does my hair, she also does eyelashes. So I decided that I'd get eyelashes done. And she put the first set on, and I loved them. Loved them so much. And then 4 weeks later, I went and had them done again. And they started kind of itching a little bit, but I didn't pay much attention to it. Okay, I'm going to put some dried tea leaves on here. And so this last time, I went and had them put on. And now I'm going to put some of this tea bag paper down. Never thought much of it. And as soon as evening came, I had them put on in the morning, and by afternoon my eyes were all red and itching, and I thought, what is the world is going on? I couldn't get them to stop itching, and so I texted her and told her what was going on. She said, oh, I think you're allergic to them. Maybe you need to take a Benadryl. That will help the swelling. So I took an antihistamine. Didn't help. And I'm just going to put a little more glue on these. Kind of glue them down. So this was, I can't remember which day it was, but I was going to have to wait a couple of days before I could get into her for her to take them off. And it was a Saturday morning, and I was going crazy with my eyes, just itching and swollen, and so yeah. So now, besides my teeth, now I can't have eyelashes. Because, yeah. Because I'm allergic to them. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of this gauze in here. See how I like it with the gauze. Kind of want to tear it up a little bit. And these are not the scissors that will cut right. I think these are even worse. No, these are good. So, yeah, my woes, all my woes. Just terrible, terrible stuff. I'm about ready to, if this round of implants doesn't work, I'm giving up. I'm not going to go through this anymore. I need to make that straighter. I don't want a big clump. I've been watching treasure books for a long time, and I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. I just have never got things together to do any really good crafting. But now I will. Get off of me. Ooh. Sorry if I'm kind of all over the place with this. Kind of new to me. I hope this is going to turn out good and pretty. As Teresa would say, pretty pretty. Alright, now I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm going to cut a little bit of these feathers. Put these in here. Those scissors won't cut the feathers. Hopefully these will. I don't have very good luck with scissors. I like these feathers. These are coil feathers that have the stripe, the polka dots on them. When I was staying with my oldest son years ago, he lived in an apartment, and we'd sit outside. I'd sit outside in the mornings, and it was summertime, and he had this, I don't know what they're called, these kind of bushes. And out comes this mother quail and all of her little babies. Oh, it was so fun to watch. Alright, now I'm going to put a few threads in here. And this is just sewing thread. Okay, I don't know where that piece went. Okay, now I'm going to hopefully crumple up some of these dried flowers that I got online. Oh yeah. Except for I don't want a whole bunch in one spot. And I don't want big pieces that will come through my napkin. We don't want to waste all these. I'll clean them up later. Okie dokie. Now we're going to put the napkin on. And like I said, I have some napkins that have like from the front, pattern from the front. Like this one has a butterfly, but I'm not going to be able to use it because it's on the edge, so we'll use this one. And I'm just going to lay it over the top, smooth it down. And there's a tear in it right there. I'll fix it. So now I want a soft bristle brush I'm not sure if that one's soft enough. I'll try it. You want to go from the middle to the outside, and this napkin is going to melt in the glue onto the paper and hold everything we put down. And we don't want to have air bubbles, because if you have air bubbles, that's not good. And I'm taking it all the way out to the edge. And then I'll come back and see. I got a lot of air bubbles. Hopefully there's not anything poking up through the napkin. Now I'm going to use this other brush. You want to take your time, I'm just going really easy on this. Not pushing very hard at all, because you don't want to tear your napkin. And if you got little lines in it, that's okay. That's good texture. Just no air bubbles. Probably when I make more and I learn how to put the napkin on without having air bubbles, I'll get better at this. Excuse me. So that's about all that's been going on with me, but it's been a long haul. I got the inkling to have implants put in a week before Christmas. So I have been messing with these implants since Christmas, New Year's, my birthday. Now, April Fool's. April Fool's on me, huh? It just was not a fun time. But you only live once, right? You only learn about 100 million times. I read the reviews on him before I went there, and everybody seemed to be very happy with this company. It's called New Smile. Okay. I got a clump there that I don't really like of that gauze. So I'm going to take it out. And then I'll show you how we fix it. Because I got a hole, so I'm going to take a piece of this napkin and I'll just go over that and just glue it down. Just like that. checking to make sure I got all the edges glued and I don't have any significant, and I do have an air bubble here. Well, we're going to find out how this very first one goes for Nancy. I have made another hole. So this is how you repair it. I'm not so sure I like that gauze in here or not. It's just making clumps. So the next one I do, I'm going to leave that out. I think I have everything. And tomorrow when they're dry, I will come back on and we'll see how it looks. I'm gluing it right to this paper that I have underneath it, but it'll come off once it's dry. Alright, check it. That was a little too much of a petal there. Now I got stuff stuck to me. But if you have a napkin that is next to the top one, a lot of times you'll get an imprint. And it's fun to use those. I had something right there, a bubble or something. It's fun to use those because you get that texture into your paper also. Now this paper is just copy paper, so it's going to wrinkle. When it's dry, it's going to crinkle up. But once it's dry and it's all good and done, you take it off and you can set it under something heavy, which will straighten it out. Or if you want to, you can turn it over and iron it. There's another sharp petal. I'm going to have glue everywhere with me putting this brush everywhere. Let's see, where was that? Right there. Okay. I want to make sure everything's stuck down. I'm going to move this away, paper and all, to dry. And I'll get another piece of newspaper. And we'll do the second one. This time we're going to use cardstock. I'm going to do the same procedure, however I'm not going to put this gauze on it. So, I'm going to put a lot of glue on it. I should have a paintbrush. You can also do this on smaller pieces of paper. They're good to go in journals and cut up to make ephemera out of. I've seen Natasha make she makes a lot of journals, and I've seen her do tags and stuff with this kind of paper. It looks really nice. If you haven't seen her channel, go over to Fairy Treasures on YouTube. She does wonderful stuff. I just love getting my hands sticky, not. If any of you know me, this cardstock is curling up also. Alright, here we go. Here we go with some tea leaves. Let me check out over here and see if I can find those feathers in our box. I had them here, but then I rearranged yesterday, and I don't know where I put them. So, I guess we won't use them, because I'm not going to waste time looking for them. Okay, let's try a different flower this time. Let's do a Chrysanthemum. That's hard to say. But I am going to put some tea bags on. I started drinking tea here lately. I don't know why, but I've been drinking some English breakfast and Earl Grey, Lady Grey, and I've been saving my tea leaves and tea bags. I guess I started doing that so I could have some stuff to do this paper. But I enjoy drinking my tea every morning. A lot of people like coffee, and I don't care for coffee. But I do like tea. Okay. Let's put some feathers. I don't know what else to say, guys, other than these feathers are giving me a hard time. Y'all like to look at me struggle? Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Sometimes you just have a struggle. Okay, now I'm going to try cutting up this little chrysanthemum here. Give it a little bit of color. Okay, now some threads. I saw, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Betsy Doodle that did this, and she put pencil shavings in hers. Alright, here goes the napkin again. Let's see if I can put it on better this time. I don't think there's any good way to do it. I think I like it better without that gauze in there. Now we'll do the same thing with the glue. Yeah, it's working a lot better without that gauze. I must not have the right kind of gauze that everybody uses. And really, you don't have to have all this in here. You can put anything you want in there, I guess. It's just making textured paper. Make sure you have enough glue on your brush that you're not dragging your napkin, because if you drag your napkin, it will tear. But I showed you how to fix it. Now that one's going to poke up and cause me trouble. So I'm just going to take it out of there and fix the hole. That's the thing, you don't want to get anything that's too stiff or too pointy that will go through your napkin after it's dried. Or all your hard work will just be not good. Napkins are very delicate. You can use tissue paper, but tissue paper has a whole different texture than napkins. So Natasha thinks napkins work better. So I have not tried it with tissue paper. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this. And I didn't even do a one to test it. I just came right on, and so you're learning from my mistakes. Yeah. I'm going to find those other feathers because they were pretty. Had pretty colors in them. Alright, checking to make sure that my edges are all glued down. Don't be afraid to use glue. Glue's cheap. Glue and water. And I would give you the percentage, but I don't remember it. I think it's 3 parts glue to 1 part water. You just don't want your glue to be too thick. And I just use good old Elmer's school glue. If you want to use PVA glue is the same thing as Elmer's school glue. I think I have no bubbles, and I think I have hopefully got all these pokey up things that will cause a bubble glued down. Alright, I'm going to get off of here and come back tomorrow when these are dry, because I want to take them off and show everybody. I'm trying to get over here to my table so I can lay it out and dry. I want to lay it out flat to dry. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming and joining me today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and all that good stuff. You all know how to do all that. I've been on here for years, but I've been AWOL for a while. So, with that, I will see you on the next video.